why the biggest streamers in the world disappear for 2 weeks. We can tap in.
Now, I know most of you guys are employed, so you probably haven't noticed that the two biggest streamers in the entire world have been missing for the past 2 weeks. They will leave fans with nothing besides cryptic messages, teasing some upcoming streams when they return.
I want y'all to mark my words when I say this. After this month, I truly think I'm in fourth quarter. I'm in fourth quarter. MGM, I'm letting y'all know right now. BTA. I'm letting y'all right now. BTA. I love you guys so much. I'm telling y'all, strap up.
Okay.
Strap up is crazy.
Chat, I'm taking a 2-week break for a very good reason, chat. When I come back, it's going to be huge. Just wait and see. I promise it's worth it. Summer ain't over. I'll be back in Europe.
So he's reading the script. Okay.
Thanks for supporting me on this tour. This has been a Tub, AW.
So with these two taking some extended vacations, it seems that there's been some questions about their whereabouts, and fans are beginning to form all types of think pieces about their sudden disappearances. So where exactly is Cenat at IShowSpeed, and what exactly are they planning? Well, that's probably what you're here to figure out, but first, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the Tribe House with the biggest trapper. And while you're at it, don't forget to click that very first link down below in my description to join my Discord server and become an official member of the community. Now, with all of that being said, let's get into the strange disappearance of IShowSpeed and Cenat. Okay, so to start, I'm sure you guys are already familiar with both Cenat and IShowSpeed. They're two of the biggest streamers in the world without much competition. And while these two have already reached heights that many creators dream of reaching, they both would get here by taking very different paths. As we all know, IShowSpeed started off his career on YouTube about 7 years ago at a very young age, playing a game called NBA 2K. He would play this game consistently for about 3 years, and he wouldn't end up seeing any real success until about 4 years ago, when he would end up going insanely viral all over TikTok due to his extreme raging, his popular dance moves, and of course his barking.
I remember that.
Once Speed went viral, his life started completely changing almost overnight. And before he knew it, he had went from being the average 16-year-old living with his mom to becoming a global phenomenon. He may have gotten into a few controversies early into his career, but it was never anything super serious. He had gotten involved in a crypto situation that he genuinely seemed to know nothing about. Some guys had promised him that they was going to introduce him to Ronaldo, and it ended up being a fake Ronaldo, and it was just all part of a crypto promotion. And other than that, he made a few very bad jokes early into his career that likely just stemmed from him being young and immature.
Hey, hold on, wait, all right, but look though, I got like a psychological question, okay?
Oh, the Who Gonna Stop Me?
On Earth, and we had to reproduce to make the
collab of doom.
Would you reproduce with me?
No, because that means our kids will have to intertwine, and then their kids, no.
Who gonna stop me?
But after those situations,
I'm gonna keep it a band, right? We don't condone that behavior. We don't condone when people are serious and they say that sort of line. But I'd be lying if I didn't say I bust out laughing when I first saw that. Because obviously we know he's trolling. Obviously we know it's a bit. And exactly, he's scared of us. But like in the moment when I heard it, I was like, what? I said, no, I gotta play that back. I know I didn't just hear what I think I heard. And it was funny. It was funny. But this is the thing, right? Those type of jokes are only funny when you know the person saying it is joking, right? When you know they don't mean it in that way. That's the only time it's funny. It's not funny when you have to like scratch your head and question it. That's when it's definitely not funny.
He matured more and more over the years, never really finding himself in any other drama. Instead, he stayed in his own lane and developed his newfound love for soccer, which would completely change his life. This love for soccer is what ultimately made him the biggest streamer in the world. As we all know, soccer, or football if you prefer, are the only sports that's really global. So with him having this love and passion for the sport, it led to him traveling all over the world. And in each country that he's visited, he's managed to pull a bigger crowd than many streamers streamers do in the city or state they visit in America. And truthfully,
Facts.
there's only one other streamer that comes anywhere close to the level of success that IShowSpeed has, and that of course is Cenat. Once again, we all know who Cenat is. He too started his career off at a very young age on the internet, but unlike Speed, Kai didn't start his career off by doing gaming content or even YouTube in general. Cenat's early claim to fame came through the use of skits on Instagram and Facebook, which got him some small growth, at least within the city of New York. And that all led to him making a YouTube channel and posted his first ever video back in January of 2018.
I know a lot of y'all been asking me, Kai, where's your YouTube channel? Why don't you have a YouTube channel? You need to start getting paid for what you're doing. Kai, where's your YouTube channel? I got one thing to say. Welcome to my YouTube channel!
After that, he consistently began posting a variety of content to his channel over the years, ranging from various videos with his quote-unquote crush to even doing ding-dong ditches on his college campus. This all led to him starting to see some very rapid growth on YouTube, which ended up completely changing his life around 2020 to 2021. At this point, he had gained over 100,000 subscribers, and he would eventually get the opportunity to join AMP, a new and upcoming YouTube group that was quickly taking over, and once Kai joined, the rest was history. Now, while Kai has since gone on to become one of the biggest streamers in the world, unlike Speed, he wouldn't get here without facing a lot of drama and controversy, some of which he didn't even really have anything to do with, but unfortunately his name would still end up being attached alongside it.
Apparently, nigga, it's not even apparent, nigga, it's here clear as fucking day. Just got caught talking to a minor who was 17 years old.
Oh yeah.
And it's just fucking annoying when shit happen. And shit come my fucking name every time, bro. I get connected in situations.
But even through all of this adversity, Kai never let any of this slow him down or hinder his growth at all. He still went on to land some of the biggest collabs that the streaming world has ever seen, while getting some of the biggest endorsements we've ever seen within streaming, and not to mention becoming the record holder for the most active subscribers in Twitch history. So even though these two creators have both had very different paths throughout their careers, they both still managed to become extremely successful and end up at the top of their industry, which of course will lead to these two creators eventually crossing paths. The first unofficial collab would come over 4 years ago, back in July of 2021, very early into each of their careers. This would happen when the two of them will find themselves competing on one of Aiden Ross's E-dates. And after this, we continuously see them appear on Aiden's E-dates together because it was literally the most popular live content on the internet at the time. Now eventually the E-dates did die out over time, which led to us not really getting any more Speed and Kai collabs for a while, but this was really due to Speed getting permanently banned on Twitch back in 2021 for saying that very terrible joke that I guess he found funny at a young age during the whole Ash Cash.
Wait, that's what got him banned?
During the midst of all of this, even though Speed was permanently banned and he wasn't able to collab with any Twitch streamers, both Speed and Kai would continue growing their careers individually, both becoming some of the biggest streamers the world has ever seen. And on my birthday, October 26, 2022, we'd finally get our first ever official
They give you a birthday present?
IShowSpeed collab, and this obviously would come via live stream. It was honestly a pretty simple stream, especially for the level of creators that these two are. It ended up just being them two doing a blind date with some Instagram models or whatever, which they still made very entertaining. Obviously, all of their fans loved it, and today the stream even currently has over 5.7 million views on Speed's channel. And they followed up this stream the very next day with Cenat uploading a video to his main channel titled Living with Speed for 24 hours, and that video will also do great, pulling in over 13 million views, making it one of the biggest videos on Cenat's channel. It was clear that these two streamers together were literally a dynamic duo, a super team, whatever you want to call it, because the internet literally loved them together. So this will lead to the two of them collabing more and more over time at a much larger scale. The next big collab would come on April 27, 2023, when the two of them would drop a song called Dogs, which did 13 million views, which is way better than most real rappers are doing nowadays. Anyways though, Kai would then post a video the next day titled 24 Hours in Miami with Speed, but we later find out 2 weeks after this that this Miami trip was just a small part of a much bigger plan. You see, this was during the era where streamers were signing all of these large multi-million-dollar deals with these big platforms. And while Kai and Speed will both remain loyal to their respective apps, Twitch and YouTube, deep down they both knew that with Speed being permanently banned on Twitch, they had to find a way to do these collabs that would work out for both of them, because the current system that they had was working out much better for Speed than it did for Kai. Speed got the stream, Kai posted a video the next day. They made it work the best they could, but obviously it just wasn't that sustainable, at least for Kai. So this all led to them announcing on May 15, 2023 that they officially had their own show coming out on Rumble. Now this was a huge announcement for multiple reasons. Not only did it solve their problems of collabing, but it was also just totally unexpected. The two biggest streamers in the world joining forces every week to do a live show full of crazy content on Rumble of all platforms. I mean,
this
it
fell through really
almost
fast.
sounded fake, but it wasn't, or maybe it was. You see, this Rumble show started off great. They were doing crazy content live, such as camping, doing speed dates, and even making it all the way to Japan. And in the beginning, it seemed like this was just going to be a genius idea that will revolutionize the world of streaming forever. But instead, this entire thing only lasted about 6 episodes. The very short-lived Kai and Speed show had failed, obviously not for the creators, but for Rumble, who hardly got the millions of dollars they spent back out of these streamers. Now, even though the two had given up on their Rumble show, this was nowhere near the end for the duo of Kai and Speed. In fact, everything would change for the two on October 10th, 2023, when Speed had finally gotten unbanned on Twitch after serving 2 years of what many believed to be a permanent suspension. It was a very random unban, to be honest. It kind of just happened. Like sometimes we do see Twitch unban creators when they prove that they've grown from whatever it is that got them banned in the first place.
Got out of Twitch jail.
Definitely did grow from. Or maybe it was Cenat just pulling some strings behind the scenes to get his dynamic duo unbanned.
If Speed don't get unbanned, I'm leaving. I said it. I said it. I said it. I said it. I said it, bruh. I said that shit.
With IShowSpeed,
probably a bit of both.
We were already evaluating him being reinstated when actually he and Kai came up to me at the Streamer Awards. I don't know if you remember that clip.
Yeah, I remember that.
And interestingly, I was like, okay, you guys, you're almost making it harder, because if we reinstate Speed now, then it looks like we did it because Kai asked for it, right? And we're not going to do it because Kai asked for it.
Now, whether Kai helped in that whole process or not, either way, this will all end up being the best case scenario for the two of them, because after the unban, the two will almost instantly start creating tons of content together. We will see them do various forms of high-scaled gaming content, from playing chained together while actually being chained together, to playing hardcore Minecraft for over 100 hours, which I think was the most entertaining out of all of their marathons, because we see them go through every emotion, from fighting to feeling that wholesome feeling of relief and accomplishment when they finally beat the game. But the gaming marathons didn't end anywhere near there, because we've also recently seen them do Fortnite marathons and also play every Super Mario Bros. Game there is. Now, since the Super Mario marathon that took place almost 2 months ago, we haven't really seen Kai and Speed together much at all recently, but maybe that's all about the change. You see, recently, after some big streams that both Cenat and Speed had respectively, they announced to the world that they were going to be taking a break away from streaming, but when they returned, it was going to be all worth it.
AMP summer is now over. I want y'all to mark my words when I say this. After this month, I truly think I'm in fourth quarter. I'm in fourth quarter. MGM, I'm letting y'all niggas know right now. BTA. I'm letting y'all niggas right now. BTA. I love you guys so much. I'm telling y'all niggas. Strap up. I'm telling y'all, strap up. I love y'all so fucking much.
Okay? Chad, I'm taking a 2-week break.
I'm not gonna
for a
watch him
very
say that
good
all
week
again.
and see. But
Please.
for now, that's it.
Since that moment, the two of them completely vanished away from the internet, leaving the world to question what could they possibly be cooking. Now, honestly, I thought since they both left at the same time, told their fans the exact same message, I thought maybe they were working on some big project together, maybe some even bigger type of marathon, but that may not be the case after Cenat will return to Twitter today, telling the world that he's returning tomorrow with a big announcement and a Fortnite icon skin. which some people are actually questioning because we all know Cenat never really played Fortnite much.
What am I doing? I'm panicking.
But that's all besides the point. Tomorrow we'll see what that announcement is and if it's important enough, of course.
So this was before. This was before. Wait, hold on.
So I'll make a video on it. And Speed just announced literally as I'm editing the video that he's going to be returning to streaming on August 28th. And he's planning to do an entire tour of America. As we all know, Speed has toured all of these different countries all over the world, but he's yet to actually do America. And this stream is going to be a 35-day, 24/7 marathon. I think it's probably going to be one of the biggest things we've ever seen on Twitch, YouTube, whatever. He's literally going to be going on a live road trip that's never ending. So that's going to be fun to see. And as I said, we also have Cenat returning tonight with his big announcement. And depending on how big that announcement is, we might have to make a full video about that. We'll see. But so far, it's looking like both of these disappearances for the biggest streamers in the world are going to be well worth the wait. But other than that, I guess we're just gonna have to wait to see how all of this plays. And so even though they may be the name, no, that only opinion entire situation.
All right, so we know, right? We know that Kai announced Mafiathon. So perhaps there is a collab in the works. Potentially, right? Now, obviously, it's probably not. I don't know. Depending on how far Kai takes Mafiathon, because I didn't actually watch the announcement. I saw the different clips of it, and him saying that it's going to be bigger than anything he's ever done before. So if that does ring true, then I could see a version of Cenat going out of his way to connect with Speed and perhaps doing a leg of the trip with him. Even if it's just like the East Coast trip, right? Just going down from New York all the way down. Or I guess, is Maine the furthest north? It's not Massachusetts. It's got to be Maine, right? I can see the landmass. I just can't remember the name. But yeah, I can see that type of collab. Now, if they both do the trip together, I might actually watch that. But out of the two of them, who's marathon am I gonna watch? Me personally, it's gonna be Speed. Especially since he's touring like the entirety of the United States. I just think that's a more interesting concept. Could I end up? I'm probably gonna realistically like watch VODs of both, but live, gotta be Kai's. Yeah, other streaming collabs, straight like that. Shout out that boy Bando though.